The first red flag didn't come wrapped in anger. It came wrapped in a joke. The day I picked out my wedding dress, I stepped into the bridal shop feeling like I was finally stepping into my future. Soft music played overhead, mirrors reflected rows of white silk, and for the first time in months, my shoulders relaxed. This was supposed to be my moment. That's when Linda, my future mother-in-law, leaned back in her chair, squinting at the dress hanging from the rack. "Huh," she said casually. "I wonder if that would still fit me." I laughed, assuming she was kidding. "Maybe, but you're definitely not trying it on." She didn't laugh back. "Well, why not?" she asked, tilting her head. "Just to see." I told her no again, politely, firmly. I explained it was already tailored, expensive, delicate, mine. Her lips trembled, her eyes glassed over, and suddenly she was crying. She launched into a story about how she never got her dream wedding, how life had been unfair, how she'd been robbed of the chance to feel like a bride. Something inside me snapped. "And why didn't you get married?" I said quietly. "Oh, right, you cheated on your fiancé." The room went silent. I knew I crossed a line, but what she did next crossed every boundary imaginable. 2 days later, Linda came over to talk things out. She hugged me too tightly, apologized without apologizing, said she just wanted peace. At some point, she excused herself to use the bathroom. 5 minutes passed, then 10. I walked down the hallway, about to knock, when I heard it. Grunting, fabric straining, a sound like something tearing. I pushed open my bedroom door, and my world stopped. Linda was standing in front of my mirror, halfway inside my wedding dress. The zipper gaped open. The sheer back panel had split clean down the middle. Seams I paid hundreds to reinforce were unraveling like loose thread. Then it happened. Reap. The side zipper burst. The lace tore. The dress collapsed onto the floor like a wounded animal. I felt lightheaded. I'd spent thousands on that dress, months waiting, hours being measured, pinned, adjusted. "What have you done?" I screamed. She barely flinched. "Oh, relax," she said. "We can fix it." I asked her why after I explicitly told her no. She shrugged. "I just wanted to see if it still fit. I wanted to feel like a bride. My wedding was less than 2 months away." She acted like I'd spilled water on the carpet. No apology, no remorse, just annoyance that I was upset. Ethan, my fiancé, ran in after hearing the yelling. His eyes dropped to the ruined dress on the floor. "What happened?" he asked, pale. "She destroyed it," I said. "Your mom destroyed my wedding dress." He turned to her immediately. "You need to pay for a replacement, now." Linda scoffed. "That dress was cheap garbage, not my fault it ripped." Cheap. She then had the audacity to say she did me a favor, that if it had malfunctioned at the wedding, I'd have been humiliated. I snapped. "It malfunctioned because you're 4 sizes bigger than me." Ethan defended the tailoring. She ignored him completely. I demanded she pay. She refused. I realized then I wasn't just fighting Linda. I was fighting a future where this would never stop. I stormed out. Ethan stayed behind. That should have told me everything. Linda had always hovered. Early in our relationship, she told me, "I'll always be the #1 woman in Ethan's life." I brushed it off until she proved it. She'd call him mid-date, text constantly, ask when he was coming home. Not our home, hers. When I finally spoke up, Ethan set boundaries, for a while. But the dress incident cracked something open. The next day, I went back to the bridal shop alone. The same stylist smiled when she saw me. "Back so soon?" I lied, told her my dog destroyed the dress. We searched for hours. I needed something that didn't require tailoring. When I finally found the one, I FaceTimed Ethan. He smiled, told me I looked stunning. Then I saw Linda's reflection beside him. She sighed loudly. When Ethan asked the price, I said $1,500, no tailoring needed. "That's great," he said. Linda leaned toward the phone. "I hope it's more durable than the last one." Speakerphone, in front of the stylist. I hung up, mortified. The stylist laughed gently. "Trust me," she said, "I've heard worse." But the damage was done. The weeks that followed were brutal. Ethan offered to pay for the new dress, but refused to confront his mother. He said he felt torn. 2 weeks before the wedding, Linda brought up the dress again at dinner. I told her I wouldn't tell her where it was. Ethan called me petty. Linda accused me of stealing the only happiness left in her life. That night, my friend Rachel came over unexpectedly, invited by Ethan because I seemed tense. For one evening, I breathed. The next day, Ethan's aunt called me, told me I was overreacting, that Linda lived paycheck to paycheck, that I should let it go. More calls followed. Family divided. Ethan started saying things like, "It's just a dress." It was never just the dress. As the wedding approached, Ethan spent less time with me. Linda was always there. When we picked flowers, she insisted on coming. I chose champagne and blush, my favorites. Linda stared. "Those are wrong. You should do red roses." Ethan nodded. "She has a point." We got red roses. In the car, Ethan suggested letting his mom help plan more. "She has experience," he said. I stared at him. "If you want to marry her," I said quietly, "go ahead." He acted shocked. I went silent. The final week, Linda criticized everything. The catering wasn't fancy enough. The venue was ghetto. The guest list was too small. When I finally snapped and told her to leave it alone, she rolled her eyes and called for Ethan. "She's just trying to help," he said. I walked upstairs and cried alone. He never followed. On the wedding day, I felt numb. Wrong dress, wrong flowers, wrong future. Then Linda walked in wearing an eggshell-colored dress. I told her she couldn't wear it. She said Ethan bought it with her. Ethan said I was overreacting. "It's eggshell," he said, "not white." I broke. My makeup smeared as I cried. Then I overheard them. Linda called me a crybaby, asked if he really wanted to marry someone like me. "She's sensitive," he said. "The dress thing became too much." Linda laughed. "Real women don't cry over cheap weddings." My heart shattered. I walked in, told Ethan I wasn't marrying him. Linda smirked. I knew it. Ethan chased me, begging, promising. Then he asked me to apologize to his mother. That was it. I walked away, blocked his number, and for the first time in months, I felt free.